So in this quick little video here, you're going to learn a little bit about who I am, what I do, what this channel is all about, and exactly how I began to, really join in on this entrepreneurship journey and scale my business to over $500,000 in a little bit over a year. All right, yay! Welcome to my YouTube channel. This has been, honestly guys, so long in the making. I feel like everyone says that because you like dream and think about, starting a YouTube channel, and then you realize that it's actually a lot of work, but then it's also so exciting. So yeah, I'm so excited that it's here. Honestly, like, we create content as entrepreneurs so much, but YouTube is just so unique. I personally love video. I love video. It's just so much fun, but especially because my lifestyle is a little bit atypical, a little bit unique. I travel around the world full time, and I'm just super excited to be able to incorporate like this video aspect to not only be able to just like whip out these business trainings for you guys here on YouTube, but also just show you the cool stuff of my life that, gets to be a part of the freedom lifestyle when you create your own business. So if you don't know who I am Amanda Colby, and I'm a business coach for entrepreneurs. I help them start and scale their businesses to multiple six figures by utilizing their personal brand and social media. So my kind of zones of genius are marketing and sales primarily, as well as a lot of the systems and behind the scenes. I'm kind of like this dual person that like loves the energy and the front end and all of the strategy pieces, but I could also get lost on the back end. So I bring them all together to really help you not only master your mindset, but the strategy, and actually take action that's going to create results. I've done it for myself. I've built over a $500,000 business in a little bit over a year, and I've helped so many other clients do it as well. And I have a signature group coaching program called Laptop Lifestyle Bootcamp, which many of you may have heard of by now. But it's seriously like the #1 go-to program in this space that helps new entrepreneurs start their business and actually truly set up six-figure foundations to be set up for long-term success. So it covers everything from A to Z, from mindset to tech to systems to sales to literally all of the things. And that is one of the things that I am most passionate about, specifically because I'm not only about entrepreneurship, but I am also about community. And so as someone who gets to travel the world full time and also just be in this like cool little entrepreneurship bubble, you just get to meet so many cool people. And so one of my missions is truly to empower women through entrepreneurship to be able to create a freedom lifestyle, which for me means literally traveling the world, but it means something different to everyone. And I love getting to work with people I work with people from over 20 plus countries, like every continent, all over the world, and bring them all together. And so I'm just excited to be here on YouTube and get to connect with so many more people, and also just like have a cool different, medium. I don't know. This is just so much different than a like podcast or blog, which, by the way, you can also follow me there. So I am a business coach, but primarily daily I am on Instagram. So definitely follow me there. I do like almost daily behind the scenes mini trainings, like so much good stuff there. You can kind of like keep up with my day-to-day travels in life. And then I also have a podcast, Laptop Lifestyle Podcast. I love it. So much good juiciness. My goal of every single episode is that you have like a notebook full of notes about entrepreneurship and growing your business. And then I also have a blog, which you can check out at my website, amandacolby.com. So like all of the places we can connect, and I am really just here to be an educator and help you grow your own online business. So what is this channel actually going to be about, so you know if you want to continue watching? So this channel is all things entrepreneurship. Like, that is the heart of this channel, is entrepreneurship, being a business owner, but not just going to be like amazing juicy trainings as far as how to make your first 10 on Instagram or how to build evergreen funnels. Like, we're gonna go into the weeds here with some really good stuff where I'm able to like share my screen, show you guys all of that jazz. But we're gonna make this fun too, because we're business owners, because yes, we love it, but also because of the lifestyle that we live. And for so many of you, I know that you like feel so aligned with like what I want in life. Like, you want the same things as far as just this freedom lifestyle and being able to travel and experience new places. So this YouTube channel, because it's video and like so much fun, we're also going to be showing like days in life of me like living in all these different countries, top cafes in Portugal for you to go visit, even some like travel adventures. I have so much good stuff to show y'all. Maybe you can even convince me to like buy a drone again, because RIP, my drone died in Thailand 2 years ago, and I just want it back so bad. This is an excuse to get one and show you guys the most cool shots ever. Anyways, my goal with all that content, whether it's travel, whether it's educational, all of that, and whether you're on my podcast or YouTube channel here, is I am direct, I am to the point, and I really want you to be able to come here, get the information that you need to know, really enjoy and get some insight and new perspectives into being an entrepreneur in this lifestyle, and walk away or keep binging. You can check out some of my other videos here if you already want to keep binging. So that is what this channel is all about. That is who I am, what I am all about. And for the rest of this video, I just wanted to kind of give you guys like a little quick summary. I don't know why I keep doing this. Does anyone else like do weird hand motions? Okay. I'm going to give you guys a little quick summary about my story and how I got into this entrepreneur space, because I actually had a pretty non-traditional path as far as how I became a coach. And I think it's really, really fascinating to hear people's transitions and stories and some of the biggest mindset shifts that had to happen along the way. So we're going to keep this short and sweet, compact all of this in, and give you guys kind of the rundown of how I got here. So my story into entrepreneurship. So I was always kind of that like straight A student growing up. I played, you know, 1,000,001 sports, you know, did all of the things, and was really that person that, you know, was like, okay, I'm going to follow these steps. I'm going to do it all perfectly. I'm going to get the perfect job, etc. So anyways, when I graduated college, I got a job. It had nothing to do with my degree, like so many of us, and it was in IT sales. I actually enjoyed it though, and it, you know, it was not too bad. It was like one of those fun young companies where you can like scale, you can make money really quickly, you know, do all the fun, like, you know, drinking games at the office and fun parties and all of that jazz. So anyways, it really wasn't that bad. And I actually got promoted super, super fast. And by the age of 24 was making well over 6 figures, which was like crazy. And this is actually where the breaking point happened, is I kind of looked around me. I only had 8 PTO days and I was like, yo, is like, this is the American dream, you know, like this is what everyone has worked their whole life for, is like this 6-figure, you know, job where you got promoted and all of this. And I literally could see the top and I was like, I have to get out now, which I definitely know so many of you have experienced. So anyways, I made a plan. It was for about a year. So I stayed at that job for a year, like kind of working on things in the background. I started learning like marketing, business, all of the things. And I sold everything I owned and I moved to Thailand, because what I realized was my job was so demanding. It was one of those jobs where like you're actually supposed to show up at 7 a.m. and like leave late, and that's the badge of honor. It was so demanding. And the one thing that I couldn't get was time. No matter, I spent all weekend doing everything. And I was like, I just need to figure this out. So I moved to Thailand so that I could have time. And I actually taught English online, which was not something I envisioned in my future, but it was great for the time being. I only taught about 10 hours a week, lived in Thailand, could pay all of my expenses on $800 a month, like literally covering everything. I also have a cost of living video for Chiang Mai, Thailand, if you want to check that out here. And basically that just gave me a bunch of time. So it was the perfect plan. And I definitely, like, you know, it's not the plan most people do. Most people build their business while they're still in their 9 to 5, but it worked great. However, the problem was I honestly just stayed like scattered and confused, because I'm like kind of stubborn. I'm kind of that person that was like, I'm going to figure it out all out on my own. Like, I'm going to learn everything. It was like this piece of pride for some reason. And it didn't work well for me. I was lost. I couldn't get anything off the ground. I tried drop shipping, e-commerce, Facebook ads, like all of these different stuff. And so anyways, I kind of like got my stuff together, decided I was going to be a designer, learned on YouTube, set my entire business up in like a month. Like I just truly got focused. I launched my design business, made over 5K my first month, and booked out the business in a week. And this is when everything started to change, because even though I didn't have a lot of design skills, I focused on what I knew, which was sales, and how to market myself. And that confidence was, and then really setting everything up like a 6-figure business from day one. Like I truly saw this as a 7-figure business from day one, and all of the little pieces of the puzzle, the onboarding, the marketing, the website, like all of that, you know, it gave that impression. People didn't know that I had launched my business a week ago, like, and my confidence matched all of it. So anyways, the business kind of kept continuing to grow from there. And I kind of kept getting a lot of people asking me, how'd you grow your business so quickly? How is it sustainable? So long story short, I completely like pivoted, took this like trip into the mountains in Vietnam to like reflect on life as I was so stressed. Came back from the mountains in Vietnam and I launched my coaching business. And kind of the same thing happened where, because I had run a business before, I was able to, piggyback off of that authority, launch my coaching business, made over 5K my first month. 3 months later, I made my first 10K month. And I really scaled from there. I hit 6 figures in 8 months. I hit multiple 6 figures in 10 months, and I hit over $500,000 in a little bit over a year. And this year we're projecting over $1 million. So it's crazy what can happen when you truly focus on like really learning how to run a business. Like, that is the most important thing. The skills and the paths that you take, it's exactly like my hands right now. Like, it is going to be all over the place. But that is really like my entrepreneurship journey in a nutshell. Since then, I have been living in Thailand, Vietnam, Bali, Malaysia, like all over Southeast Asia for about 2 years. And then I just recently went to Europe and lived in like Croatia and Portugal for the past 6 months, and literally just got back to the States not too long ago, where I am kind of like resetting because of all this like pandemic stuff. And it's great. So we're hopefully going to be heading back to Bali soon, which is one of the places near and dear to our heart that we love so much. So beyond learning a little bit about me, I just wanted to like summarize 3 different points from kind of this journey, which as we go along with this channel, you'll get to know so much more, but of what this means for you, because it's fun, it's interesting, probably, hopefully, to learn a little bit about my story. But what I really want you to take away from this is, how does this apply to you? Like, how does this look for you if you're trying to start your own business? What does this mean for you if you already have a business and you're trying to scale? Like, what can you take away from this? So the first thing that I want to highlight throughout that journey, and that I would pass along to you as advice, is get uncomfortable. Every step of that journey was uncomfortable. We just summed that up in like a couple of minutes there, but every step of that journey was uncomfortable, and it still is. I'm still always stretching myself beyond what is comfortable, what like I am confident in, and that is why I have grown so fast within my own business, and that is why I continue to like learn and challenge and like push the boundaries of everything. But whether you are starting or whether you are scaling, you have to get uncomfortable. I honestly I think said in one of my podcasts that you have to just live in uncomfortable if you are going to get into entrepreneurship. But trust me, it also makes life so much more exciting. Now, the second thing that made the difference that you can apply to your own business is that I was unstoppable. And unstoppable is a word that I've really coined as a big part of my brand. I believe in it so powerfully. And what I mean by this is that from day one, I truly to my core believed that I was a 7-figure business owner. The bank account didn't show it yet. Not everyone believed me yet, but I knew that that was what I was going to do. I had no clue how I was going to get there, but I was going to get there. And it was this mindset of, 1, that I can do it and that I truly believed and had that confidence, and 2, that I was going to let nothing get in my way. I mean, absolutely nothing. And you, no matter what, are going to face ups and downs and get knocked down so many different times. And you have to have that solid mindset foundation, and more specifically, this mindset of being unstoppable, that no matter what comes in your way, no matter how many no's you get, that you have to keep going. There's no other option, is really truly the mindset that I have. And that's another big reason why I was able to already, accomplish so much and continue being able to, thrive and grow this business. And the third takeaway for you guys is that I was all in. I truly believe this was one of the biggest things that made the difference throughout my story. There was no half step in any of this. Any single step of the way, I was all in. And what that means is that I invested in myself. I hired team members before I was ready. I planned, 3-6 months ahead, and I started taking actions before I felt comfortable, before I could see the money coming in, before the results were there. But I took action and I was all in no matter what I did. And when you do that, it is so powerful, and you're able to create so much more when you truly like relieve any limits that are holding yourself back, which a lot of times we don't even realize are holding ourselves back. I actually have 2 really good podcast episodes that are about this kind of aspect of going all in. I'll put the titles right here, and the links will be down below if you guys want to check those out. All right, so I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys got to learn a little bit more about me and are honestly just like so excited for this channel and for so much to come. I would so appreciate it if you would hit subscribe. It really helps us support the channel and reach more people with all this amazing content. In the meantime, go ahead and check out these 2 videos on the side here. They are some other awesome, amazing videos for you to dive into more business and entrepreneurship tips to help you grow and scale your business, as well as some digital nomad and fun content. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you guys on the next video.